Hello, welcome to the Potomac Curling Club for the 2021 Embassy Row. I'm Ken Clark, one of your commentators. You also want to introduce yourself?
I'm Jeannie Davis.
And I'm Dylan Klensky.
And on to draw 6 here, where we're here for a tie on our feature sheet B. We're here for the pad tie. And the game's already started, so I won't say all the names right now, versus no tie games on feature sheet B. And let's go see the play, and then we'll talk about the other sheets at the moment. So, over on sheet A, we have Disgusted and Aroused versus Hidden Egg Roll. On sheet C, we'll be showing a good bit of the Revengers versus Naksu tie. And over on sheet D, the Trollskull LA Sliders versus Colonel Porter. So, let's go ahead and do one of these. So Jeannie Davis, this is her first time doing the webcast operating, so we'll forgive a couple misclicks and so on, but
Here in our feature game, No Tie Games, who's delivering their rocks. They are red today. They've changed up their order a little bit from what they have been doing in the last couple games. Their normal skip, Michael Dobbs, has been relegated down to being their lead. And all their other players have moved up one position. So J.R. Groves is skipping for them today for this draw. And we're here for the pad tie, has also made one minor change. Their vice and their second have swapped places for this draw. We're here for the pad tie, has the hammer in this first end.
Is that okay?
It's a nice little raise there. Put them in a position that they're currently sitting 3. No Tie Games looking to be a little aggressive here in this first end. If anyone was watching the previous draw earlier this afternoon, No Tie Games was leading that game 7-1 after 5 ends, but ended up the game was tied at the end of the 8th end, and they had to go to a skips rock throw off that No Tie Games ended up winning by less than 1 inch over their opponent.
So it seems like the skip for We're Here for a Pad Thai wants the thrower of the stone to take out that red rock that he's got his broom nearby. Oops.
Yep. And again, for anyone who may not have tuned in earlier, Dan Kennedy is actually skipping for We're Here for the Pad Thai. Their normal skip, Alan McNeil, is currently busy in Omaha helping officiate at the Olympic trials. Trying to get a takeout here, and it's gonna grab the one, but didn't quite get the double that I think they were hoping for.
Yeah, but they got the one that was sitting in that really counted. Okay, he wants him to draw into the middle. A lot of sweeping involved.
No Cut Tie Games looking to maybe put a guard up in front of their current shot rock. That is carrying in a little bit. Maybe a little farther than they intended.
Think they're looking for a double there?
Certainly a possibility. Rocks are close enough that they could split them both. Though I would normally think if they were going for a double, they'd actually be coming from the other direction into that pocket, because the rock on the left side is a little farther in front. But they got one, and the second one, though, is going to stick around in the back of the forefoot.
It looks like they're thinking they may want to set up a guard in the front, the 12-foot.
And yellow has the hammer here in this first end. So red's looking to preserve a potential steal. Maybe try to take away that draw into the center.
So this is J.R. Rose delivering.
He is skipping for this draw, so this is the first of the skips rocks.
Looks like the weight is good for that guard. Maybe a little heavy, might be in the house.
Certainly.
Yep.
Gonna just push their other rock in just a little closer to the button, but still fully exposed. But with so many red rocks in the house, yellow's probably looking just to draw in and out count.
Go in and sit on the red to make them hard to take out.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I believe he uses a stick to deliver, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Dan Kennedy is a stick curler.
Stick delivers do have some advantage when they're skilled for accuracy as far as the line.
But this is curling way too much, and they've
Yeah.
got a guard which they do not need. It's like
Yep.
that the line was excellent. It
Yeah.
just didn't have enough weight to get where they wanted.
That's right.
Ice is much slower in the first two ends than it is in the later ends because of the fresh pebble. So it's easy to misjudge the weight in the early ends, especially for those teams that just played in the previous draw.
But haven't seen any hogs yet, so I guess people
Yeah,
have
that's
gotten the
right.
weight down pretty well.
JR's going for another stone in the house. Get as many stones as possible.
Can you go to the all sheets view? We got the hammer coming in on sheet A, and we'll actually go to the all houses now that I think of it. We'll see what happens on sheet A. So right now it's 4 red and another red coming in. Yikes, it's going to be a big end for red.
Yeah, for sure.
If it doesn't, is it stopping? Is it stopping? Yep.
Yes, that will end up stopping. It's going to be a,
I don't.
that is a
Yep.
5-ender
Wow, 5 ender. So you want to.
on sheet A.
And on sheets B and C, we have the hammer rock about to be thrown on both of them at the same time. So let's just stay on this view,
Yep.
and we'll see what happens on both of them.
And the next rock over on sheet D will be the hammer as well.
So on sheet C, red's sitting 1, and yellow has hammer here, so they're trying to get that red out of there. And it's too wide, it looks like. I don't think that's going to do anything.
Yeah. Just misses. So there's-
Yeah.
So red 1 on sheet C, and we'll in a few, like right now, we'll start seeing sheet B coming in.
Oops.
And it's gonna cut them down to switch to the house view.
Looks like that might be 3 for red here on our feature sheet.
Yep, that looked like 3.
We'll double check on that once they hang the score.
Yeah, go ahead and put it on. We'll,
Here comes the hammer over on sheet D.
yep, so that's the sheet D house we're showing right now, and the hammer coming in and going out
Yeah.
So that'll be
Right.
2
Two yellow.
yellow.
on sheet D. Okay, so all these sheets ended up about the same time, so let's back to our feature game now on sheet B. Now the first rock coming down.
We do have a confirmation that was 3 here on our feature sheet. They've hung up that score. And they're going to leave a nice center line guard there.
So there's no camera on this end.
The house is empty, right? So that's right.
Oh,
Or you're just talking about the suite? Oh, we gotta increment this down there, so I didn't do the plus. Or we got the yellow stone now.
I thought it did it automatically.
It normally does. Like it.
All right, and there's a good center line guard there for yellow here on our figure sheet.
Yep, doesn't show in that view because we're just showing the house. But if there it is. Okay, here comes the next rock. Still need to. You didn't go back to the hack view, so it didn't increment the. Oh, now go to the suite. Go to the guard. Okay, so
That rock's going to end up in the back of the 12-foot. And Kenyon Kennedy looks like he's going to want to put a corner guard up on that side. Maybe just biting. That rock looks like it might be a little wide of where he initially wanted. And it really slowed down there at the end.
Wow, it sure did.
A couple of the teams here that aren't on the ice right now celebrating.
Alexa Oxer trying to draw in.
Looks like a good weight. See if the sweepers can drag it in.
To let it curl a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit heavy, it looks like.
It is a little heavy.
Maybe not.
Ooh.
Oh, no, it's just
Actually,
slowed
no.
down.
Actually, it's great.
To lay
It's a nice shot.
right on the tee line.
Yep, not quite behind the guard though, so they can hit the, it's going to be tough with the yellow guard actually. It'd be kind of tough to hit. But I think they're just going to try drawing in and out beating it. Which is a good call at this point. Even if they tick off it a little bit, you can use it as backing.
Sweepers are earning their keep for this end.
And it's going to hit the guard.
Yep. And it's going to crash onto their other guard. Don't think that's quite biting, but.
Okay, so what's JR thinking here? He's gonna ask for a guard.
Alexa delivering her second stone for this end.
I don't think that's going to make it past the guard, is it?
No, that's gonna.
It's heavy. It's gonna
Then
promote that yellow a little bit.
Oh, but they're out
Right,
counting
and
it,
he
so
slipped right in.
yeah, so they're still on the not a bad result. That yellow isn't hurting him at all at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, back line weight to move that red out of the house. Yeah, the weight looks good.
Kind of moving a lot of stones around, but
That ends up sitting 4 right now. Just out counting that yellow on the outside.
I think the yellow in the back, I mean the red in the back is outcounted by the yellow.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. Just sitting 3.
Okay, again, I think he's looking for a guard.
Take away the draw on this right side of the house.
It's definitely got the weight for a guard.
Line looking pretty good to end where they wanted it.
It's a little heavy. Yeah, the line was good.
That's a pretty good place. Makes them pretty hard to draw to the center there.
And it may just be out counting that yellow, potentially.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here.
But that's not their problem at the moment.
Yeah, that.
So Kurt's taken a different view to see how he could maybe get a stone in the house.
And double out those yellows, double out the reds maybe, and hopefully stick around.
No tie games is definitely making it difficult here for Pad Thai.
So Kurt Medlin delivering his first rock. No, his second. That's his second. Where are we now? Wasn't paying attention.
No, this is his first.
First rock, yeah. Oh, it's way out there.
And a little heavy.
Yeah, it does seem a little heavy, doesn't it?
Well, I would think it wanted heavy to hit the reds,
Yeah,
but
I think it's going to go right on through.
Yep.
Yep. Yes.
well, it's not looking good for them in this end. So
Okay, JR is calling for yet another
guard, or if it comes in, that's okay too, as
Yep.
long as they're blocking that path.
Yep. Getting down to
Andreas, the deliverer. Oh, the sweepers are sweeping hard.
Yeah, they're just
Get as
wanna
much
get
as
it-
they can
get
out
it
of
over
that
if they
stone.
can. That'll help a little bit.
Yep. Get it at least
Yep.
over the hog line.
Yeah, that'll help some.
Yeah.
Potentially, maybe, probably not though.
Yeah, it's not really guarding that top stone that JR wanted.
Yep.
It was a
Over.
good effort, though.
Yeah, over on sheet A, looks like they might be headed towards a blank here in this second end. They're down to the final rocks for each skip, and there is a totally empty house.
You want me to move on?
We'll show the all-house view here in just a second.
Don't
once-
need to do it quite yet. We'll wait till they're ready to throw.
Yeah, so this is the last rock here on A for red, but they do not have the hammer after taking that 5-ender in the first end. they're gonna.
Yeah, let's go ahead and show the houses while we're waiting here anyway. The houses. Yep. So this is on sheet A on the left side of the screen. You'll see their last red. You said that's the last red rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're gonna look to put one in just to potentially steal one, but yellow here will undoubtedly call for the peel to clear the house out and have it blank
So here's
for this second end.
on our feature sheet B, we got the red sitting. What did we decide for now? And looks like they're calling for a hit, maybe hoping to double out something. And
Yeah.
you can see we're also showing the houses on sheet C, where yellow's sitting 1, the red rock's coming in 10 seconds or so, which is the last. No. Must be another red rock up there somewhere, isn't there? Yeah. So this will be the first skip rock coming in.
Yep.
Okay, and on your feature sheet, yellow just crashed in a guard, so did nothing. Nothing interesting, except actually moved a red rock into a better guarding position.
Sheet D looks interesting as far as what's some options available there for.
Yep, got a lot of rocks in the house.
Yep.
With the red sitting kind of half on the button. And the yellow coming in right now.
We're on sheet A. The hammer's coming in, looking for that peel. And it looks like they're going to miss and
steal of 1 for red.
After a 5-ender by red, they're going to steal 1. Go up to be up 6-0 after 2 ends.
What's
C.
happening on sheet C?
Yeah, Bill slipped, and the rock's just going by.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yep, so, well, it's going to crash into one that was sitting in the back, so it's not actually going to quite leave the game, but it's sitting around being a tripping hazard.
And on our feature sheet, Skip J.R. Groves is delivering his first rock at this end.
You might as well just go back to the sheet B view for now while we're waiting for the other sheets to think. Just so I turn off the where stones are wrong, so.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, we'll just shoot it there. So now we got, is it 5 reds in this house for now? How far counting? Or got,
It certainly looks like it at the moment.
4 or 5,
the 6th one doesn't count. But
yeah,
Yep.
That one at the very back isn't going to do much, but.
Right. It for sure 4, I think.
Yeah.
You can see that one next to the yellow is.
They're very close, but it does appear at least that red is out counting.
But yellow still has 2 rocks left, so they better start making something happening now.
Yep. Otherwise, they'll be giving up a big steal here in the second.
Another stick delivery. Quite a bit of weight behind that. They just want to break things up, I'm sure, to try to move out as much as they can.
So they clear out one of the red stones.
Yep.
And I bet they're going to put it back.
With their last red stone of this end here from.
Oh, just hit the plus a couple times.
Okay.
Red 7, red 8, should be red 8 now. Keep going.
What do I need to do?
Keep clicking. Red 8. There we go.
Team No Tie Games doing a little bit of strategizing here before Skip J.R. Groves delivers his last rock for this end.
Yeah. Let's go back to the all houses view actually, since it looks like it's all 3 other sheets are on. No, it's the other 2 sheets are on their last rocks. No, last sheet C is on the hammer. Bill's
And
about to
sheet
show.
D is on the last rock
last
for yellow.
Yeah.
Yep.
So sheets B, C, and D, last rocks.
Not quite. No, not just sheet B right now is the last. The hammer right now on sheet B. Sheet C, sorry.
Sheet A, they've already started the third end.
So sheet C, you'll see the hammer coming in right now. And looks like it might be good. No.
No. That's going to end up being two red still.
Two red, yep. 2 red on sheet C.
It's a 2-point steal for the Revengers.
Now if you watch on our sheet B, you'll see the last red rock coming in about 5 seconds.
Coming in view here about now.
There it is. It's
Looking to
for
just
the
leave it out as a guard.
Yep.
Guard up the middle.
Not all really where they wanted it, but
Yeah, probably wanted,
still a little bit helpful maybe.
yeah, probably wanted that just a little farther off the center line. Block things up a little better.
And
Down to the hammer over on D.
yeah, they're getting into the hack here, so we'll see that soon. Okay, sliding on sheet D, so give us 10 seconds or so. Okay, hammer coming into view on sheet D now.
Red hoping to promote another one into count better, but
This is sheet D.
and that is not gonna quite do it. So they're gonna be forced to only take 1 here. So after 2 ends, yellow's up score of 2-1. And we're getting ready for the hammer here on our feature game on
Let's
sheet
go back
B.
to the hack view, and let's turn off the checkbox.
Coming in with a good amount of weight here. And that is
Not doing anything, so we're left with 5. What are we at?
4.
4
It's
red.
like potentially 4.
So we'll call that 4 and check when I post it, but I'm pretty sure that's 4. So
Two relatively big ends here for No Tie Games on our feature game.
trying hard to make this not to be a tie game, I guess.
I think they really don't want a repeat of last draw.
It's Michael Dobbs delivering.
Looks pretty heavy. And the sweepers think so too.
That one's going to end up in the house.
It's in the back. That's
Back 8 foot.
yeah.
Well, considering their score, that's not a bad place to be.
Yeah. But they They were up by a good score at the end of 5 in the last draw, and
Yeah,
ended up coming down to.
I think they had a 7-point lead then too, and and managed to get it down to what is it? It got down to a tie here in Skip Rocks.
Yeah, it was a score of I think 7-1 at the end of 5 ends or something.
Okay, yeah.
And it ended up coming down to Skips Rocks after 8.
Okay, looks like they're going to try to take that out. Take out that yellow rock.
Games are on all the sheets are progressing at a really good pace. Sheet A is, I think, the farthest along. They're down. They're on their last of the.
Yep, there they did. They took it out. Good shot. Nice shot.
Sheet A is almost down to Skips Rocks already in this 3rd end. And we have confirmation that that was a 3-point or a 4-point end, sorry, in the 2nd for no tie games. So it is 7-0.
Okay, this is another takeout. Nice, very nice, well delivered. Okay.
And
So I think JR's wanting to draw into the center.
probably looking to draw in behind that yellow rock.
Not quite a draw in, but 2 red in the house.
I got a comment on YouTube that we, that's a live chat, that we have the color wrong on playing field. Scroll down. Yeah, swap them. Thought I had that right, but I guess I missed.
Is that right now?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yellow Trollskull.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thanks for the feedback. Okay, so we have 2 yellows sitting in the house. I can't quite see which one shot. Maybe the red is shot at this point.
Yes, it appears that the red is shot.
We'll show all our scores with the right yellow on sheet D there. You can turn that. Oh, it's turned off. Okay, never mind.
It's definitely going to be in the house.
Nice draw.
Nice.
So red sitting 2 at the moment, but that doesn't mean too much this early in the end.
Still plenty of rocks to be delivered
Yes.
here, but
He looks like he wants that out. Take it out. top guard.
Right. Over on sheet A, it looks like we're getting ready for the hammer here in our third end.
It's what we call a biter, that stone, that red stone that was just delivered on sheet B. Just barely biting into the color of the 12-foot.
Sheet A sure is moving a lot faster than the other sheets.
Yeah, they are. They're progressing very fast.
They're about four rocks ahead of all the other sheets. Over on sheet A, looks like there's a potential for yet another steal at the end of this. Red's currently sitting 1. Yellow is only got the hammer left.
Comes in, nice, nice, okay.
That's good. Definitely looking like a better end for
Yeah,
yellow
for
on
sure.
this draw.
Looks like JR wants the draw.
Well, while they're thinking, why don't we show all houses? We can watch what's going on sheet A. As you can see, they have a tough shot to try to either try to get the red out or try to outdraw it. And either way is going to be challenging. But first here on sheet B, we will be seeing the red rock coming in. Dubin. Oh. So there's the sheet B red rock coming into the house. And over on sheet A right now, you'll be seeing the hammer come in. And
Sheet A.
not helping them at all.
Yeah,
1
that
red
didn't
on
help.
sheet A. Steal of 1 on sheet A. For red. Disgusted and aroused. And winning.
You can't be too disgusted with that score.
No.
Okay, go back to our view. Sheet B.
Down to skips rocks on sheet C and D, but we'll be a few minutes before we show the last stones of those ends.
I think he's trying to draw in. I didn't see the call by the skip.
He's gonna.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
Yeah.
That's okay. A little bit of exposed.
He accidentally promoted the other team's rock. But yellow's still out counting.
Yeah, yellow is a shot at this point.
So we're down to skips rocks here on sheet B now. JR doing a little discussion with Andrea before delivering his first rock. sheet C, the Revengers are about to deliver their last red rock for this end against a potential 3 points for Naksu Tai. Naksu Tai has the hammer here, so they'll have one more chance to put one on the board.
Still looks like one yellow.
Yeah.
They've got one rock apiece.
We'll go back to our all-house view here to show the hammer here on sheet C from Naksu Tai. Trying to put up a 3-point end to tie the game. After giving up steals in the first 2 ends. And that may not be quite what they were hoping, but it will end up biting,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they will
That's a
get
counter.
3. It's very close though,
Yeah,
a lot closer than they think intended.
3 yellow on sheet C. Ties the score on sheet C. And on sheet D, the hammer, no, that's not the hammer, it's the last redstone on sheet D will be delivered soon. And sheet D is on the way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming into view on sheet D.
Here you can see it coming in. It's going to promote that red rock.
Which didn't help, I don't think.
It's like red's still sitting 3 right along the edge of that 12-foot.
Yeah.
But that shooter there does look like it's being out-counted by the yellow.
Yeah, you can never tell for sure with the angle of the cameras, but I believe you're right.
Yeah. No tie game, still discussing strategy for this final stone. Now JR is coming down to get ready to deliver his last rock.
On sheet D, the hammer is in progress for yellow. We'll see if they can do something about all those reds. What are they trying to do? Coming down, no, that's not, it's way out there. I think it's gonna go through. Or
Yes.
Yeah, that
way
is
out
not going to
there.
end up helping them.
Not at all.
It's going to go out the back.
So what do we think? That's at least 3 reds.
It looks like it's 3. They're going to take a look.
Yeah, not looking at it very hard, are they? Or
No.
are they?
No, they're not
Yes,
looking
no.
at those ones, and
Okay, so 3 red.
yeah.
Oh, excellent shot on sheet B. They moved the yellow shot rock out, and it looks like red may be sitting 3 there.
Very close to possibly being 4.
Yeah,
Very close.
Yeah, could be 4.
But I think it might actually still be 3. It's
Yeah.
very hard to tell.
I'm seeing 3.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing 3. I think the red's
Yeah.
the
Okay.
yellow.
That yellow that Kurt is standing on top of, I think, is out counting the 4th red rock.
Yep.
Well, we can just go back to our compact view. Yep. Now that the other sheets have finished their ends.
So this will be the hammer from Dan Kennedy.
Well, it's a-
So they're just, it looks like it's got quite a bit of weight so that they can break things up.
They're just trying to not give up another big steal here. It's still going to be 2 points
I think so.
for no tie game.
And I think they're really eyeballing the red
They-
there, whether that's counting or not.
They are taking a good look at those.
Yep.
It's for sure 2.
Oh, they're kicking them away, so it must be just 2, I think, right? We decided
Yeah.
we looked like yellow, so
Yeah.
2 yellow, so
No, it'll be 2 red.
2 red, I mean, yep. So
2 more red.
Gives them
Oh, and did you get the, yeah, no, on sheet D was 2 red. Is that
2
right?
red
3
for
red
sheet
on
D.
sheet D was 3 red.
Okay. So our total scores are 7.
So no, 3.
7-0 on sheet A for red. For sheet B, 9-0. That's red, no tie games. Sheet C, that's tied so far, 3-3. And sheet D is 4-2 red, which is Colonel Lewis Morgan Porter is ahead. So let's go back to
This will be yellow's first rock at the end.
Yes.
That looks a little heavy. And it's not going to end up getting that
Yeah, it's
red
going
rock.
through. Top board.
Plus to advance it, because it's red secondary. Things look to be improving a little bit for yellow over on sheet A. Hidden egg roll currently is in a position for 2 with just a few rocks left in the 4th end here. On sheet A, they're currently much quicker than our other 3 games.
Well, it looks like they're actually gonna
So
make
kinda-
their
Yes.
It didn't work the previous stone, but they got it this time. Kind
Down
of
and give it just a light tap of that red. Be sitting and touching the button.
and JR is going to be
Wants to
trying to
sit
come
on
right
it.
in there too. Yep. Maybe give it a little tap. not counting, but it's considering they're ahead. Giving the other team 1 point is not a bad result either.
No.
Looks like they want to add to that pile in the middle.
And they did put their score up in two as we assumed. So
Over on sheet A, Red's delivering their last rock at the end before Yellow delivers their hammer.
drifts in. I guess they're trying to help protect their shot rock.
Yeah.
Which isn't really a winning strategy here, considering they need
a lot of.
They need a lot more.
Yeah. All right, over on sheet A, we're about to get the hammer for this fourth end. Yellow with a potential shot for 4 here. If they can keep the shooter in and remove the red that's sitting in that house. We want to show that. Meanwhile,
Way short.
yeah, that's going to end up hogging. I'm going to switch over to the all houses view to show this hammer in the fourth end for sheet A.
Coming into view in a few seconds.
Again, Yellow has a potential to score 4 here and really close the gap, but they're gonna miss, and
right
that's gonna end up being yet another 1-point steal for Red.
Oh, wow.
So instead of scoring
miss.
4 with the hammer, they end up giving up a 1-point steal again to make that a score of 8-0 after 4 ends. Slide back to our feature sheet for the second half of this fourth end on this sheet.
And this is stone number 5.
Haven't yet seen any of the ends in this draw have as many rocks in play as there were in our last draw, where there were several ends across all 3 sheets in play that had north of 10 rocks in play at the completion of any given end on several occasions.
Okay, the sweepers are trying to drag that as much as they can. Pretty close to where they wanted it. Okay, try to draw under the button.
Yep. Red just trying to take away some of the line there with that previous shot.
Let's see if Kurt can draw in to the button. Looking awfully light, but maybe not. It looks like it's going in.
It is carrying a little bit, so
A little little wider than they wanted.
Yeah, a little
and
wider, but nice shot, really. Nice
It's
shot.
still counting second,
Yep.
so,
Yeah.
but leaves them a pocket to sit on, so
Yep. Nice shot.
see if they can follow. JR is, Andrea, is that Dubin about to deliver? See if he can settle on in there.
JR wants to draw back in there, follow it right in.
It's too wide.
It is. That it is.
Would have been a
It's
good weight,
too
if it,
wide.
but
Yeah.
not going to do anybody any good except give it something to jam on, which shouldn't make any difference in the end. Oh, somebody dropped something on the ice there. What is that?
Wow.
Oh, it's a screw off a handle. I mean, off a broom.
Don't see this come out too often.
Yeah,
No.
I've seen that once before this year, but
Looks like it came off Andrea's broom. She's reattaching it.
And it looks like they're going to try to draw in again. Same thing. Just try to get as many stones as they can.
yeah, if they can get a third one in there, then they almost certainly score.
Yeah.
So,
This rock looks a little narrow.
Looks narrow and maybe a light.
Yeah, that is definitely going to end up short.
Yep.
Still carrying, but it not going to make it.
That's too bad.
well, why don't we show the split BC view for a bit, since while we're kind of waiting here, just to give it a little change of pace here. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're down to the hammer on C for this third or for this fourth end. And we're looking to break the tie here. The Revengers with a possible 2. They just got to hit the 8-foot to out count and get 2.
here on sheet B, the red is coming in. And, well, nope.
No.
Well, how far did it move
It's-
that yellow? It's,
Yep.
Oh, no, that did take him down one, right? So now red is
Yep.
now the second rock. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
that was-
did push that out just far enough.
Yep. So is this the hammer on sheet C now? Is
Yes,
that right?
this,
So
this is
that's-
the hammer.
I'm drawing in, and
And-
2 red.
Yes. There's definitely 2 red for the Revengers. To go up 5-3, break that tie that they had after 3.
So first skip yellow rock, Dan.
Looking to draw in again and get back into a position to count for 2. assume he's looking to freeze to his yellow rock in the back of the forefoot. But that looks to be a little bit heavy and a little wide as well. That's going to end up jamming onto that red guard in the...
Not a guard.
Sorry, not a guard. You're correct. Apologize.
So,
And this is the
We got one.
last rock.
one each.
Yep.
One each left for here in the third, or sorry, the fourth. Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess we missed what happened on sheet D, didn't we? Well, did you update the score on sheet C?
Yes.
Yeah, you did. Okay,
Yes,
good.
we did.
We're waiting to see Sheet D finish their fourth end, and apologize that we missed that. We'll update the score as soon as they hang it.
But yellow's throwing a stone, so it must yellow must have scored. That's the most we can tell you on sheet D. Yellow being the Plainfield club.
They're about to hang that score. And the skip is still standing in front of the scoreboard. Okay, looks like they took two
To tie it up.
to tie it up at 4.
4 points each in the fourth end. So.
So after back on our feature sheet, just red thrown to take away a draw there and limit yellow to 1, hopefully, but hammer coming up from Skip Dan Kennedy here in just a second.
Checking out all those angles. It's
Yeah.
like they can drive in the red that's just biting. They can punch the red that's already in the center. Looks like they like the driving that one back.
Looks like they're still working hard on figuring out what the strategy is.
They're down to Skip's rocks over on sheet A. They're just a whole end ahead.
Looks like red may yet score again if the way that things are looking in that house. What do they got?
Yep.
3, sitting 3 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
With was it two yellow rocks left to throw?
Yes, yeah, they have.
So two more on for yellow on sheet A.
No. They still have rocks, two yellow rocks
Oh,
left
I'm
to throw.
sorry.
Okay, so
About to see the hammer here on sheet B. Quite a bit of weight here. They're gonna,
Do nothing.
yep. It's gonna leave
So-
yellow sitting 1. So we're here for the pad tie is gonna be on the board finally.
Is that right? We on N5? Is that what we're at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just getting
Yeah.
N5 started here on
Yep.
our feature sheet.
JR wants him to draw in to the house, a little bit guarded by that yellow guard.
Are the rocks off? I think we're, let's say, the first
Yeah.
red rock, actually. So,
It's going to be a T plus. Back of the house, it's not bad.
yeah. It's got confused there. So. No, that's right. It's plus. Sorry, went the wrong way.
The hammer coming in on sheet
Should've had
A
60.
for their 5th end. A lot of rocks in play down at the other end, but I don't think there are too many.
This should be
Yeah, so this is red number 2. So
Over on sheet A, we're going to have another 1 point for red for the 5th end.
red.
To put Disgusted and Aroused up by a score of 9-0 after 5 ends.
I did all sheets, that'll reset everything. Sorry, little issue with our camera's not switching here. Let me just kind of restart it here. Maybe lose our connection somewhere. Oh. Well, there it is.
There we
Okay,
go.
I have no idea what had just happened there, but all sorry for technical difficulties.
That's the.
So is red's third rock at the end. That one way at the back of the 12-foot.
Looks like they just want to try to sit on there, the yellow to sit on the red, perhaps. Looks like it's going to hit that top yellow, maybe. Yep, it did. So this is yeah, it looks like it'll be a little bit beyond tee. Oh no, just in front of tee. Nice shot. That's fit, right? 50
Yep, that's right. Show him it there.
How much are they going to move that red? Not much. And he's going to set up a guard at the very top of the house.
No tie games can play rather conservatively here, being up by as much as they are. Going to be a little higher in the guard zone than I think that they had intended.
If you hold this view for a few seconds, we can watch the last red rock coming on sheet C. Taking out the yellow in the back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, let's go with the side-by-side views for the so we can watch the hammer on sheet C.
Yep. Yellow is going to be looking to take that red out on sheet C. Have a blank end if possible. That way they can keep the hammer. Try to score more than one in the fifth end, or in the sixth end, instead of just taking one here in the fifth.
Well, I don't know where that broom is. They probably hit and stick. Oh, they're moving the broom. Moving the broom because they don't want to stick. You're right, they want to blank.
Yep. Sticking would be not good for them in here. They're already down by 2. They really need, at this point, they really need this to be a blank so they can keep the hammer.
Curling a lot. They're holding it. Maybe, nope, it's crashing. So steal a, oh, well, where is it going? Nope, not enough. Steal a 1.
Yep.
1 red.
This is red 6.
So in that fifth end on sheet C, there was a 1-point steal to put the Revengers up
Sheet C.
6-3.
What was it?
1.
So quick recap of where we are in all of our games here.
Why don't you show all houses, because we're going to get the hammer on sheet D.
On sheet A, red is up 9-0. On sheet B, our feature sheet, the score is 9-1 after 5 ends, and after 4 ends, and they're working on finishing the fifth. On sheet C, the score is 6-3 after 5 ends. And we are having the hammer here in the fifth end on sheet D.
Right, red halfway down the sheet now.
Red sitting 1 currently.
And we'll be coming into view in sheet D about now.
There it is.
They are drawing to try to get 2 here.
Looks kind of heavy.
It is heavy. It's going to move their red one out a little bit.
But they are not going to roll it in enough.
Nope,
So
that's
they're
1
gonna,
red.
They're going to break the tie, but they're only going to take 1 and be up 5-4. As they head into the sixth end. While we're down to Skips Rocks on sheet B for the fifth end. Dan Kennedy has delivered his first rock and does take out one of the reds. But red is still sitting 1. JR having a strategy discussion with his vice before delivering his first rock.
Nice try for the red rock for the Revengers on sheet C, but still not quite enough to be shot rock.
So we're just going to try to take away this. This is their only real chance to get to it. So there's a 1 guard right in that hole. If it goes through the hole, it's fine. But we can also whip off the outside one. Roll this over. I don't know.
nick his own guard. But he's going to block up the,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
draw
It
lane.
ended up, the nick helped him there. That's very well guarded left side of the house from our point of view.
Yellow looking like they're going to come back and try to come in from the other side now with how guarded up that left side is.
So, last Yellowstone in motion.
Sweepers are on that.
Still looks like a pretty good weight though, but might not curl in as much as they want. No, it's curling.
Yeah, it's coming in. It's
Not
coming
quite
in.
enough weight though. No,
Not quite though.
thought it had
A
enough.
little bit
but
late.
It's going to end up short. That does take away a little bit of the, a little bit, but still plenty of room for red to draw in around that
Yep.
and potentially score 2.
I don't think red cares. I think they'll probably just guard.
Yeah. Well, this is the hammer for red, so.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. I forgot they had a hammer. Yeah,
Yes.
might as well go for it.
Yeah. So they're going to go. They just got to hit, they got to touch 4 foot, really, to out count and get 2. So as long as they can touch red, that red ring in the center. But I'm sure they're not overly disappointed if they only take 1 here.
Looks like plenty of weight. Moving right along.
It's very wide. It's not going to curl enough to.
No. Might be have,
Not
more
gonna,
weight
not
than they
gonna
wanted.
count. Yeah.
Yep. Back of the house.
Yeah.
So one yellow, no, one red. I
One
mean.
red,
One
yep.
red.
Red for sure.
So no tie games. Takes 1 more.
It's a 10-1 lead.
Yep. After 5 ends. Meanwhile, Sheet A just finished their 6th end, and they are shaking.
Didn't see what the final score was, but I think we know who won.
Yes.
Exactly. Disgusted and Aroused will end up taking that game.
That's it. Dwight.
Yeah, you can put the final there.
Looks like they're going to try to take it out. Looks like the weight's there. The question is the line there? Looks like it's slowing down.
Clapping for Disgusted and Aroused as they come back into the worm room after their winning. And don't know, haven't been paying attention to the standings, so I don't know where that puts them in the standings, but I'm sure they'll be playing tomorrow anyway. That's guaranteed.
So the red is in the back, 8 foot.
Dan calling to put a freeze onto that top red rock.
So score update on sheet A. It was actually at a 6-ender, so it was a 15 final score on sheet A.
Wow.
For Disgusted and Aroused. That's yeah, that would be definitely time to call the game.
Yes. So after a 5-ender in the first end and a 6-ender in the 6th end, and a bunch of 1-point steals between, that's a very lopsided score.
Definitive win, yes.
So in the 6th end, they scored
Scored 6, yeah.
6.
Well, it's not going to help him much there, that high guard.
Dan's looking to
Take
hit that red, take it out.
Need to have a good line on that. Got it out.
Well, not out.
Well, not quite. You're right.
And his other yellow is pushed all the way to the back of the house.
And Jera wants something in the house because you really don't want guards when you're up ahead.
Yeah. Weight looking a little light on that.
Yeah, it's not
Sure
going to make
does.
it and going to crash into the yellow. So he's getting a guard whether he wants it or not.
It's going to end up. Yeah.
Oh, I guess it was wrong. I would have made it past the yellow, but probably better where it is anyway, I guess. Just doesn't.
To draw in. JR is looking also for another draw in.
For our observant viewers, the activity on sheet A is just some practice by one of the other teams. So, because that game is most certainly finished. Another high guard there for no tie games. Now, Dan is looking for another draw shot here. Try to get in and out count that redstone.
Reading the chats on YouTube. So Bodur is watching, and he thought that he saw yellow in the house on sheet A, so I didn't know why. He thought yellow scored 1, but maybe he thought, well, maybe they had already kicked it into the house or something. So anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe one of those silly things where you just go kicking it in for the fun of it, just
Yep.
pretend. So anyway, they told us we went through the score according to what they told us. So yeah, sorry we weren't watching.
Right, we're down to the hammer on sheet C for this 6th end.
And Bo also says that Disgusted and Aroused is now 2-2, which puts them 3rd in the blue pool. They will play in the C event, barring a miraculous comeback from Pad Thai. Hit and egg roll is out. So there we go. Thanks, Bo, for keeping us up to date on the draw. And for those Sheet C fans, I think we'll probably be ending up showing more of that soon.
No tie games just pushed another one of theirs in a little further, so they're currently sitting 3 here in the 6th end with just a few rocks left before it finishes. We're down to the hammer on C. We'll see what happens with this. Noxu Tai delivering this hammer. Try to get back into this.
Oh, yikes. Oh, it was great
boy,
and must have
must
picked
have
something.
picked.
Yeah, that was, it was looking beautiful, and then
That's
boom.
an unfortunate timing on that, because that'll end up being a 2-point steal for.
Oh, that hurts.
It sure does.
I hate when that happens. Oh, they're fist bumping.
Yep, 'cause that'll put the other red team up by a score of 8-3 after 6 ends, and so they've decided that that's enough.
So final score on sheet C.
The Revengers take
They
2 in the 6th, and they shake out after that.
Might as well show their picture. Why not? While we're waiting anyway.
Yep, the Revengers.
The Revengers. And why don't we go with Disgusted and Aroused on sheet A, since we didn't show their picture before.
And there's Disgusted and Aroused, the winners of the game on sheet A.
Okay, back to our sheet B action. Looks like JR about to throw his first skip rock, is that right?
Yes, that is, yep.
Oh, just the final.
Okay.
And a little promotion going on here. Ah,
Very nice shot.
oh, look at that. I don't know if that's what they intended, but it certainly
Yeah,
worked.
That worked
looked
very
pretty.
well.
Yeah, for sure. Very nice.
Team No Tie Games is definitely looking to possibly end this game if they take this end with this many points. Meanwhile, over on sheet D, they have finished the 6th end, but are just hanging that score now, and it was a 2-point steal by Red to go up to 7. Give them a 3-point lead as they start the 7th end.
Yep, I guess we'll be moving to sheet D. Any sheet D fans out on our chat? We'll be, I'm assuming this game, sheet B is over. We'll see what we can get up sheet D when we end here. Well, that's right. Bo mentioned that we did have a Plainfield viewer there. The Plainfield one that mentioned that I had the wrong colors on. So we know that at least there was there was a sheet D fan on the chat at the beginning. So hopefully they're still around, and hopefully we'll be ending sheet B soon and moving there.
So Dan took out his own guard there. Open up the line down the center on that left side a little bit. For try to set up his shot with the hammer. And JR looking to come around still on that same side where there's lots of rocks already.
I don't know what's he trying to do with where the brim is. I can't tell what he's going. Does he want to block up the left side, I guess, from our point of view? Yeah, block up the side opposite from where the brim is to keep him from hitting their shot rock, maybe? So just a high guard.
Almost looks like he's gonna hit onto his 2 in the center and maybe try to shoot that yellow over a little bit.
Nope, not gonna help.
Nope. All right, so we're down to the hammer here on sheet B.
So I don't think they're going to get an 8-ender, which is what they really need about this point.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, that's a blowout.
Scroll down.
Yeah, can you scroll the sheet C? Carl Porter.
Sheet D, Porter's D.
Oh,
They're
never mind.
still going.
Oh, the Revengers. I knew that was happening.
Sorry. Just talking to Christine, who's about to update the live draw, I guess.
Right, the hammer will be coming down the ice here for this 6th end on our feature sheet. He's gonna clear that guard
nice
by
shot. But is it still red, or who is it?
This is very close, but it looks like they're indicating that's 1 red. That seems to be what it looks like, and that is going to be
They're
it.
gonna shoot.
So they're going 1 red in the 6th end, and that will be the final score of that game is 11-1. So we'll flip over to sheet D, the only game left running. Here, they are about midway through the 7th end. Get our camera panned over to get a good view of that.
Let's see, what do you think we want that view? I guess.
I think that's a good view there.
I guess we can move over a little bit more for the wide view. And then show the house. Don't have our mid-sheet cameras on sheet B, but on sheet D.
Nice draw onto the tee line with that shot.
Just oh. We just want the. We can actually click the button there. So it crashed on the guard. No. Well, I guess you can see it just kind of moved in, moved the rocks around a little bit, but didn't make any big difference. So still 2 reds, pretty well guarded in the house.
So this will be 5th rock for yellow. That is going to take out that red.
Nice, cut them down to 1, and the game is still young.
And that shooter rolled out into the 12-foot. I think it's mostly protected by that outside guard, but
Watching the sheet B action here.
Didn't quite make it into the house.
If you can click on that, we'll at least show people better what. Just do the cut. There we go. In case you're got the sideways view of the house, they're showing the guards and all. Sorry, as I said, we don't have the best view on sheet D, but at least you can get a better idea of how things are lining up and how well guarded that red shot rock is.
This is our last draw of the day here on Saturday. And tomorrow we have all of the event finals.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh, almost.
Wow. Nice.
That red rock is very, very covered.
Yeah, that was probably their last chance to get at it. I don't see what else they can do. They got 4 rocks left total, 2 each color, so Skips rocks coming up.
Red is up by a score of 7-4 right now. So yellow is looking to get quite a bit accomplished here before they finish this to still have a chance in the 8th end.
Okay, and the deliver is just released. Here it comes in. Maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
not
not
quite close enough. I think that's.
I don't think so.
I think yellow is still sitting second.
I think you're
I
right.
don't think so, but
They're very close.
yeah. But,
Again, sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah, with these angles.
yeah.
It's very close. They may have to, if those end up in play, they may have to measure.
Yeah, they're not looking at it too closely because that's not their main concern at this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like with that red in place, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the fact that red scores it all might just be
Yep.
what finishes this, but
Mhm.
yellow is looking at a potentially a pretty low percentage shot. Looks like they're going to try to use that very outer guard to, hit it and roll it over and into the center of the house. Looks like they're still contemplating what they're going to do here.
Coming around the other side this time with a lot of heat. They're trying to whack their yellow over. Oh,
Oh.
and it's,
Oh, wow, look at that.
oh, look at that.
Well,
That's,
they
Still,
they got it, but they
Yeah.
didn't get
They've
enough
been-
to push it out.
they moved the
No.
red rock one way, and now they moved it the other way, and it's still sitting there. Another shot.
Red down to their last rock of this end.
And not making it in, but plugging that hole, so it's protecting their shot rock from getting moved yet again. And so, yeah, I think it's pretty much game over from now, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, this Next shot from yellow is their hammer for this end, and unless a miracle happens, this very well could be the last shot of the game.
But it'd be fun to see a miracle.
Absolutely.
Well, I have no idea even what they're talking about doing. It looks like they want to bump their yellow over, but I can't see how they could reach it.
Yeah, and there's just
That
a
would be tough. Yeah.
absolute wall of red rocks in
Yes.
front of the center of the.
It's very well guarded.
I mean, they might be able to bump it over enough to make it shot rock. It's not going to get the yellow out, I mean, the red out.
Looks like they're. Almost looks like they're lining up a hit on that red rock to run it back and split with the shot rock. Try to leave theirs sitting.
Yep, might as well try. Nothing to lose. And here it comes. Well, they bumped their own rock.
Well, that's
So-
going to leave red sitting one for
Yep,
sure.
Definitely only one. We weren't sure before, but now with that other yellow, it's definitely being outcounted.
And that is going to be handshakes.
Okay, one red for the final score.
So that'll
And
do
why don't
it
we
for our
show all
sheet
the
D
sheets
game.
To show all the scores, just all the sheets or houses or whatever. Yep. So, final score on all the sheets. Oh, let's show the Colonel Porter picture while we're there. So, the picture for winner and battle. Yep. So, congratulations. And according to
Colonel Lewis Morgan Porter.
According to Bo's chat, that puts them in the, where was that? Puts them in the B event. So they'll be back tomorrow. Well, I think Plainfield got eliminated, I believe, if I'm going by what Bo said. But we'll check the draw schedule. It'll be updated soon to see who's playing tomorrow.
Back to all sheets. Give final score updates here. On sheet A, Disgusted and Aroused beat Hit and Egg Roll by a score of 15-0. On sheet B, No Tie Games wins 11-1 over here for Pad Thai. On sheet C, the Revengers took down Naksu Tai 8-3. And on sheet D, the game we just saw finish, Colonel Lewis Morgan Porter takes down Team Trollskull Alley Sliders 8-4.
And guess that about wraps it for today, and we'll see you back tomorrow morning for the final playdowns for the A, B, C, and D events. Let's draw here. And that's all. Let's show the logo. There we go. Good way to end. All right.
All right.